to our first podcast that we've ever created. This is Rick, I'm BC, and we're going to break down all kinds of fantasy football coverage for you. Who are we? Doesn't really matter because we're nobodies, and that's why we're doing this. But currently, he's 8-0 in our fantasy league, and I'm in second place. Plus, we are all over this trophy. We've been running this league for 25 years.
Yep.
I think I got 4 championships, and he's got 4 championships, right? Or 5?
I lost count, Brian. 3 to 5. I know it's in there somewhere.
Well, anyways, our format's going to be basically we're going to go over the games, tell you who's relevant to start fantasy football. Rick's got some good insight on some sleepers. We're going to break down some rankings for the quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. And then we're going to get into some of our fantasy football league special rules. And we'd like to get some feedback from you guys. What do you guys do differently in your leagues that we can maybe incorporate into ours? Or maybe you like some of the things that we do in our league. But
We are the average guys.
yes.
We neither one of us have played college ball, but we play a lot of fantasy football. We've been doing it for years and years, and we put a lot of time into this.
Yep. And just so nobody gets any, or if you're not misunderstanding, we are the 2 average fantasy football guys. Right now our logo says fantasy guys. Sorry ladies, but this is about fantasy football.
Maybe.
Maybe. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start into the games. First on the schedule for week 9 is Baltimore at Miami. Thursday night football.
We got Thursday night, Brian, and everybody out there, 8:15 p.m. on the wonderful Prime Video. We get to listen to our celebrity, our local celebrity, Kirk Herbstreit, and the Hall of Famer, probably, I don't know, Al Michaels.
Definitely
I think we all love listening to them. A lot better than some of them out there. The weather should be 73 and clear in Miami, and a great game for football. So weather should not be too much of a factor. I think it should be straight up football.
Yeah, I look at this game and I think of pure destruction. I think that Baltimore found something last week in their defense with Roquan Smith. I think they're getting it together. Miami is a cluster that they just can't seem to figure out. The loss of Tyreek Hill. This is just going to be Baltimore. Thursday night is always a weird game. One team never shows up. The other team has a good game plan. The better team historically here is Baltimore. And I think it's just going to be a Derrick Henry show. They're going to ease Lamar Jackson in there. He's going to get some easy touchdown passes. I'm thinking to Mark Andrews. So if we look at the players that we kind of want to highlight here, I'm saying, figure this shit out. You want to start Lamar Jackson in this game.
I would agree.
Yeah. Quarterback for Miami, if I have better options, I'm not starting Tua.
Even though he came back, played from injury this week after how many weeks? 4 weeks, I think?
4 weeks, yeah.
But he's still a veteran and professional, so I think he'll come back ready to play.
And like I've already stated, I'm feeling Derrick Henry is going to eat and eat and eat on Thursday night.
You know, the Dolphins, I don't think are that good against the run, are they? I think they're number, actually, I don't know, but they're not good against the run. So they should be able to eat. They should be able to eat all day long, and I agree with you, Brian, on that one.
Yeah. And I'm thinking that in the passing game, it's going to be kind of a quiet passing game for the Ravens. But I think Mark Andrews makes that connection with Lamar Jackson. Maybe even for multiple touchdowns, but I just don't see any wide receiver play here that's exciting to me. I don't know if you agree with that, Rick, or...
No, I think wide receiver for Baltimore, you know, you have DeAndre Hopkins to take some receptions away from Flowers. Hasn't been doing too well as a veteran. Just 1 catch last week, 4 the week before, 2 the week before that. Rashad Bateman, he's always a guy that can splash on the scene. He had 4 catches for 51 yards. So I think, he might be somebody to keep an eye out here, Rashard Bateman, going against Miami. Again, I don't think points will be stingy in this one. And you said Mark Andrews as well. Miami's tight end, Darren Waller came on pretty strong.
Yeah, he did.
But I think they put him on the IR, did they not? So he's unavailable this week. Another guy that's short and intermittent routes for Miami is Malik Washington.
Yeah.
He's been a little bit of a disappointment since Tyreek Hill's gone down. A lot of people expected him to fill that role, but I don't know if he's quite as talented as Tyreek. But he has been coming on. 8 targets 2 weeks ago, 5 targets last week, and a touchdown. So Malik can maybe sneak up out of nowhere against Baltimore because, again, I think points are going to be abundant in this one. So maybe keeping Malik Washington as a flex play might be a good idea. Tight end for Miami, I'm not quite sure who fills in for tight end. I think it doesn't matter. Would you agree, Brian?
I don't think it matters.
I don't think.
I really think the Ravens found something in their defense last week against the Bears that they're going to just suffocate that intermediate passing game from Miami, and that's all that they're really good at. They can't throw the ball deep. Tua doesn't have the arm, so I mean.
And I think clock management will be a thing with Lamar back. He can scramble and get those first downs when you need them on 3rd and short. So I think ball possession will be better with Baltimore, so their defense will be out on the field less and less. I think having Lamar back does definitely put some energy into the defense, and they're not out of the division. I mean, Pittsburgh has been struggling. Cincinnati injuries. Cleveland's Cleveland. We all know what's up with them. So, I think that Baltimore's going to be playing with some heart for the division, and I don't even know if they played Pittsburgh this year, but I think they
got a chance.
They did,
and it starts this week, I think. Do you see a sleeper in this game that nobody else is thinking of?
I would have to say it would be Malik Washington.
Malik Washington?
Yes. What about yourself?
I'm thinking, I love this guy.
Keaton
Mitchell. And here's why I'm thinking it is because, one, you got a Thursday night game, quick turnaround. They are going to control the clock, and they want to ease Lamar Jackson in. Keaton Mitchell is the fastest guy, I think, on their team. And they'll throw some trick plays out there maybe, and I think he wins. You got Derrick Henry going inside the tackles, and then you're going to just do this trick play with Keaton Mitchell on the outside, and he's going to get some garbage yardage, I think, towards the end of the game, when the game's well and, over.
And with Keaton, I think every fantasy footballer knows he's been a speculative ad for almost anybody. Like every year, he's probably, if you're in a deeper league, he might not even be available. Which only thing has me concerned, Brian, is when he got activated off the IR or whatever it was from the practice squad, he got 3 carries against Houston. Didn't do much with them.
Nope.
And then the next week 6 against the Rams, he didn't have a carry. So
I
I don't know what that was all about, if he was tired from the 3 hits he had. But the positive is week 8 against Chicago, he had 4 carries for 43 yards. So he averaged 10 yards a carry, which shows his big play potential. So I agree with Brian. I think it's the only thing that really obviously also struggles is Henry. He's not gonna allow him to have a big workload.
True.
So when he does touch it, hopefully 8 to 10 times a game, he can do his 100 yards and a touchdown. But if you know Keaton Mitchell, he can. We've seen it in the past. He's a rocket.
These Thursday night games are hard to kind of predict because they're just Thursday night games.
Yeah, it's a short week. They're usually pretty boring. I mean, let's hope not this week. I think we got the makeup for a good game. So hopefully all you bettors out there put some money on some points. Hopefully it's a good game and some of y'all can win some money.